Good morning, welcome back to the channel. It's a very peaceful campsite, that's for sure. And yeah, had a good night's sleep. Feel a bit rough though, but that's probably because the unhealthy food I had yesterday at a petrol station. The location is spectacular, very quiet. There's distant traffic noise over there. I think the main road, I don't know if you can see, yeah, the main road's just on the other side of the lake. So catch you in a bit. I'll have to dismantle the camp now. Just leaving the Løken, is it? Campsite. Really good campsite. Yes, so Løken campsite. Really quiet area. So yes, need some fuel first, and then I'm going to make my way to the Vestkapp, the westerly point of Norway. I've done the southern, doing the west. My ultimate goal is Nordkapp, and then the East Cape. But for now, the main important thing is fuel. I have got 60 kilometre range, and there's a fuel station in 18, so that's more than enough. There's fuel here. Somebody spilt diesel everywhere. Okay. Fuel it is. Got 510 kilometres out of that tank of fuel. Range is giving me 530, which is really good. One big ship. Anyway, onwards we go. So the plan for today is to ride to the Vestkapp. It's only about an hour and a half or so away. No, sorry, I tell a lie, it's a couple of hours away. The weather forecast today is supposed to be good. It's not going to rain, allegedly. Those clouds tell a different story. There's blue sky up there and the sun is shining. I have another long day ahead of me. 8 hours on the bike. I'm breaking it up into 200-mile days. So 300-ish kilometres, although yesterday was a bit more of a slog. I think if I can get to a campsite by 5 o'clock, it's a good thing. One thing I'll have to reaffirm is the quality of the roads here. The surfaces are very grippy, which you should expect having bad winters. I remember when I did my trip in 2018, I had to change a rear tyre on the way back down in Hamburg because the tyre had worn away down to the canvas. One of the things that I was
concerned about a little bit was the availability of campsites and how busy they'd be. Yeah, so far, touch wood, they have been plentiful en route, and they've always had some availability for a tent. Didn't really have to concern myself, so there was nothing to worry about with regard to finding a campsite in Norway. I'm just using Google Maps to see what's nearby, then I'll go onto the campsite's website and then just get it from there. So I've just stopped here for a leg stretch and a drink, and amazed that I've still got 5G mobile phone reception and I can't see a mobile phone mast anywhere. Yeah, really good. Anyway, onwards. Ah, mobile phone signal mast, haha. There you go, I wondered where the 5G signal was. Yeah, that was enjoyable. Oh, I have to shake my head. It ticks all the boxes. Have a property where you can see water, trees, forests and mountains. Yeah. They don't have to be big mountains. I'll be coming back this way to the town that I've just gone through so that I can get the ferry towards Molde, and then from there doing the Atlantic Road. The reason why I'm going to Molde after visiting the West Cape, I was reading that Trollstigen, the Trolls Road, is still closed due to a rockfall. It closed in early 2024 and it was supposed to open on the 1st of July. I read that before I even set off, but last night I double checked and they've put the date back to the 14th of July, which I'll be heading on my way home by then. Today's the 2nd, so it's just a bit of a bummer really that I could not do the Trolls Road. I mean, I've done it before, 2018, but I'd like to have done it on this bike. But yeah, takes that part of the journey off the plan. But we continue. West Cape, 24 kilometres. There's a different smell when you actually come to the open sea as opposed to fjords. When you're in the fjords, you can't smell the salt. Whereas when you're at the open sea, you can smell the salt more. as much as I'd like to have done this trip on my old Thunderbird, it's roads like this makes you appreciate an adventure bike, because it was just a bit bumpy coming up that hill, and I know from my, well, it's bumpy here, I know from my Thunderbird the suspension wouldn't have been up to it. This is lapping it up. Wow. Another wow moment. I'll be coming back this way. I might have to stop on the way up and take a picture. Now that's a nice house up there. Which way am I going? Nope. Too busy looking at that house. Westgate 5k this way. Not yet. Vestkapp is this way. Thank you. Now this is a single track road. Bloody hell, getting quite high up. Must be it up there. Oh, vertigo. Oh, we'll go up there in a minute. I just wanted to have a loop round and look at the sea. Wow. Wow. Brilliant, thank you very much. Park you up here. You can go to sleep. So here I have arrived at the Vestkapp. Let's have a bit of a wander and see what there is. So far the scenery is spectacular. Look at that. GoPro's not going to do this justice. Seems like I'm the only one here at the moment. Other than some sheep. Which I've just stood in some poop. This camera's not going to do it justice. I'm going to take some pictures with my phone and I'll put them on.
it's been a fantastic road to get here, and it's silent. Everything is silent. That's the most westerly point. I'm going to make my way to Molde and enjoy this glorious weather. Speak to you soon.
One last look. It's been fantastic. On my way down now, somebody else has just turned up, so on my way towards the Atlantic Road. Just gonna pull in here and sort out this creepy crawly that's in my visor. If I don't do it now, it'll be you're on the outside as well, that's good. Anyway, so where was I? I am so thankful that it's a sunny day. Let's get off this mountain. Yeah, I would not like to have done this whole journey and turned up only to see it covered in cloud and there's no visibility. Yeah, I'm just impressed. Look, they're waiting for me, so let me speed up a bit. No, there's nobody in it. What a fantastic place, Vestkapp. So I've done the southerly point, I've done the westerly point. The next goal is Nordkapp, the northerly point. That'll be several days away yet. I'm going to do the Atlantic Road, do the coastal road route 17, buy a ferry ticket over to the Lofoten Islands, and then see the midnight sun. Pick a side, and then yeah, Nordkapp, and that's the goal for this trip. Once I've completed Nordkapp, it will be head south, make my way home. But don't want to think about that just yet. It's nearly lunchtime, so the only thing I want to think about is buying some food for lunch, get something nice. Let's head off back to civilization. So this is new for now. I've stopped backtracking. I have found a potential campsite in Molde. I'm tempted to get a cabin tonight, only because I think it's going to rain overnight and I don't fancy putting the tent away wet tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. If they don't have a cabin, I'll pitch the tent and it'll be what it'll be. I have a ferry or two to catch today, I think, as well. I haven't checked the ferry times, but hopefully they'll be there. They're frequent enough. It's impressive. So I've got a ferry in about 5 kilometres. Hopefully it's not a long wait. Arrival in 7 minutes, that's not bad. I do like the new way of the ferry pay system, because when I was here in 2018 you had to buy tickets on board. Now it's just number plate recognition. Now I'm making my way towards Molde, which is still a good 3 hours away. The weather's superb, scenery's great. Long may it continue. I've got myself a little system going with regard to the camping and when to arrive, when to leave. It makes for a good day. So about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I hope to know which campsite I'm going to be staying at. I don't want to be arriving at a campsite after 6 if I can help it. Arriving at 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, it gives me the ability to set up camp, grab a shower, get something to eat without rushing, and then I'll get up at 6 and aim to leave by 8. It seems to work for me. So I missed the last ferry by 5 minutes at least. That's what you get for stopping to having something to eat. Never mind, they run every 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Not a biggie. Yeah, if I'd spotted it I would have gone to the front. Doesn't matter, they're going to squeeze me on somewhere at the side probably. Okay, all good. Onwards to Molde. The temperature's just dropped 10 degrees. It was 25 on the other side of this mountain, and whilst I was waiting in that traffic jam, roadworks this side under the clouds, it's now 15 degrees.